What do you guys do to keep things spicy in your relationship?
Argue.
Oh, all right.
Yo,
Okay,
yeah.
honestly, he's not wrong about that. You know?
Make-up sex is the best. So you find a reason to disagree to make up for it and, bring it back together. But go ahead.
I'm not mad at that.
How'd you guys meet?
Oh man, how long do we have? How long do we
Long
have
story.
here? Long story short, I actually met him through his brother. And at the time, his brother was an Uber driver, and he kept telling me about Mike, and he's like, you've got to meet him and whatnot. And so we had, there was like a group of us that had gone out one night, and he was like, we're gonna all go back to my brother's house and just like hang out there and party a little bit. So I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So we go over, and then he's like, surprise, I gotta go take a ride for Uber. And we're like, are you serious right now? Okay. So then, yeah, we just pretty much hung out like that whole night, yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
5 years, almost, right?
If you count COVID, then it's 10 years. Those COVID years.
Yeah, COVID years definitely made you feel like it was a lot longer.
So who typically makes the first move, and what is that move for you?
I think me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like I'm just the more aggressor. I mean, I don't even know what the first move looks like. It's usually just going straight for it.
Hell yeah.
I'm not really shy.
Yeah,
So.
no, she will. I could tell when she's ready. So I gotta kind of like just drop everything. Doesn't matter what's going on. It's just leave it where it's at and then get to it. There are times when I do initiate, it'll be like similarly, but kind of aggressive. Just kind of like, hey, it's a look, it's a touch. And
Definitely
then
that.
it's that, oh boy, you better stop. And I'm like, don't stop it right now. You need just that time. So, yeah.
So do you guys have like a funny sex story at all, or like an embarrassing sex story?
I like to tell stories while we're being intimate.
Okay, all right. Oh, can you elaborate on that?
You want some oysters?
Oh my God!
You
So I like,
want some
sometimes I like to, sometimes I like to set the scene, and be creative with our imagination. And so there was, one time when we were getting things worked up, and I was like telling this story about how we were like in Bali, and we were on the beach, and things were like getting hot and heavy. And then this guy with a bunch of oysters walks by, and he's like, "You want some oysters?" But I was like, oysters are an aphrodisiac, but it was a full accent. And he was like, where did this guy from Jersey show
How did
up
he
on
get
the
up
beach
to
in Bali?
selling clams and oysters with a strong Jersey accent?
Oh my God.
Oh,
So now, yeah, anytime we're like, if it's around that time.
she knows what I mean when I say, you want some oysters? So,
That is funny, dude. That's so funny. I don't think I've heard anything like that.
Well,
Perfect.
you're welcome.
Where's the craziest place you guys have had sex? And this doesn't necessarily have to be with y'all as a couple.
Okay, well, according to Mike, I've never been with anybody other than him.
she was a virgin when I met her. No boyfriends before that. First kiss, first everything was me.
I mean, as far as he and I go, one of my favorites was on the balcony in Puerto Rico, but we called it working out. We were like asking other couples have you guys tried working out on the balcony? Like when we're all in public talking about it. But yeah, that was pretty hot.
Mind
too.
you, the balcony's like this big.
And
Just
can be
enough
and
for
can
one
also
person.
it can be seen by everyone, you know what I mean? So that was fun.
A little voyeurism. For me, I mean, I would put that right there too.
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was a
don't
pretty
think I've
fun-
had anything that for me was as memorable at the same time. Like, it's like you got a lot of senses going on. You got wind, you got the ocean, you got the clouds. Well, you can't see the clouds at night mainly, but yeah. But
we
during the day,
we highly recommend working out on the
working
balcony.
out on the balcony is definitely tops right there.
Is there anything you guys have ever tried that just put you over the edge? You're like, nah.
Anal? I'm not a big anal person. I just can't do it. I've tried,
It's not happening.
no. I mean, and if you understand, you could use your imagination as to why that would be. But yeah, no.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything though, so it's not like I'm throwing. You know?
I'm happy that he feels that way
I just
because
don't. I mean, it's cool, I guess. So
it's not going there.
But it's never a deal breaker when you have so much other stuff going on. Like it's not like I'm not walking out throwing a tantrum like, can't stand you, non-anal person. No, it's not anything like that. So I mean, it's like to each their own, man. So I think that's cool. For me, it's like, yeah, we just.
I don't know that there's anything. I mean, is there anything that we've done that you were like, no?
No, we get kind of freaky too.
You get pretty freaky.
What do you guys do to keep things spicy in your relationship?
Argue.
Oh, all right.
Yo,
Okay,
yeah.
honestly, he's not wrong about that.
Make-up sex is the best. So you find a reason to disagree to make up for it and bring it back together. But go ahead.
I'm not mad at that. But yeah, true. We're kind of known to stop by, the sex store here and there and grab a couple little goodies. So, I'm a huge fan of toys. That always keeps it spicy for me. And we're both kind of controlling, so, a little bondage action never hurt anybody.
Has something wild or crazy ever happened to you guys while having sex that just killed the mood?
Yes. I don't know how other people feel, but I just don't like animals staring at me.
Oh my
God.
God.
While we're doing the do, and it's an instant
It's so
like,
awkward. And so we have the cutest, sweetest golden doodle, and unfortunately, it's definitely seen way more than he ever needed to.
Absolutely.
But there's times when he gets emotional because he thinks he's hurting me.
Oh, I am.
But yeah, so that definitely.
That's the top.
That's
for
a
me.
good moment ruiner for sure when the dog starts to get upset and crying and it's awkward. At least I've never cried.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, but definitely the dog. That's X that out.
What is your partner's sexiest feature?
Man, I mean, her face, and definitely, well, her facial lips included with that. Definitely the curves. It's just,
There's no shortage.
It makes it go because sometimes what you're doing, I can't really see the pretty face, but I can see everything else. So I say it's the tie between the face and the curves.
I think for him, it's his size. You know what I mean? Just big hands, big everything. He's also got a great ass.
Wow.
I mean, I'm talking about you could bounce a quarter off that thing.
No way.
He's got literally the most perfect ass, maybe ever.
Didn't know they like that, but they
How do you
Of
feel?
course.
How do you feel about that?
I work out. I go to the gym. I squat.
He said I work
I don't
out.
miss my leg days, so it's just
He's
yeah.
also Nigerian, and I feel they're just built different, okay? And they're just known for having, for just being big, I feel. But that booty though, I mean, literally, my girlfriends and I talk about it.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, now you know. But.
Who would you say is more adventurous in bed?
It'll have to be her, because I mean, I don't have the arsenal of goodies, toys, no Diddy, baby oil.
Oh my gosh. Why would he have?
Don't have 1,000 bottles though, nowhere close to that. But we do have a nice setup on our bedsides with stuff on one side, stuff on the other. So sometimes it's you're about to get it on, it's oh, reach for that, or oh, reach for this.
I mean, it's actually really funny. So we have a cleaning lady that's just the sweetest thing in the whole world. And unfortunately for her too, she's kind of walked in the room on times when we haven't had an opportunity to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And no, seriously, there was one time I came in and she had organized all of my toys, had them.
In size order too.
First of all, so kind, right?
Right. Very kind.
I mean, but it's funny because at any given time we've got a really amazing bathroom, right? Our bathroom, it's an amazing bathroom. But we frequently plug things up in there. And so at any given time, there may be 6 different things just all plugged in and ready to go.
Gotta keep them charged. Gotta keep them. You don't want to be ready to go and then you go.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a
a moment ruiner.
That's
a good one. That was a good one as far as ruining the moment.
Keeping those things charged. So.
Who usually finishes first?
No lies. What's that? Drake said no lies.
Oh my
no
gosh.
Lie, no lie, yes. No, it's not. It's like you have to be concentrated. Or if I've had, a couple of, by a couple I mean a lot of, then it takes me a little bit longer. But, I think that's the only time I could probably get away with, walking away like the champ, pop my collar for a little bit. But that's like far and few in between.
I feel like in general though, women take a little bit more effort to please, I mean, and he doesn't do too bad, so it's okay.
Look, it's gold.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest,
gold, bronze, and silver. I'm happy with silver.
I am gonna also say.
From the podium.
Anyway, we'll keep it moving.
Look at that.
What do you love about my body?
I love them cheeks.
All of them?
Both of them. Both sets.
Okay. What do I love about your body? I mean your booty. It's my favorite thing. I just love your booty. I do. What do you want me to do differently when it comes to our sex life?
Nothing I could think of off the top of my head. Like, I don't think that I want you to do anything different. It's like everything you keep doing.
Feel free, tell me.
No,
Open up.
I don't have anything off the top I could think of. Maybe like in the spur of the moment, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I would, but that just fades away really quickly because I just finish.
Wow. Okay. What do I want you to do differently when it comes to our sex life? Differently? Maybe more romance. Maybe be a little bit more romantic. Okay. I mean, I feel like I don't always come across as like a girl who wants that because I like a lot of freaky things, but I like romantic too.
Okay.
So, like some bubble
romance.
Bath action or some, rose petals.
Foot rub, okay.
What is my favorite part about sex? I mean, getting off.
Pretty simple. I would ditto that, but that's the most important part. But I think what comes the second closest is when I'm like, yeah, we're about to do it. Like that's like I got
the
lucky
anticipation.
I got lucky for the first time. It's kind of like score. Like I think that, but definitely the finishing.
Do I think that we experiment enough? I mean, I feel like there's always room, right, to do like more, try more.
Yeah.
I mean, in the beginning of our relationship, in all honesty, we did talk a lot about like maybe going to a sex club or like things like that, which then COVID kind of happened and we weren't really able to explore that. And now I'm just like a little bit weird about it, but like maybe that would be something I would be interested in exploring in the future. My favorite sex accessory, I really like the things that I can use on you, but also now the S furniture. Because we have it it's literally like at the end of our bed. So like, it's so easy if like things start to heat up and then he's like, get on the furniture.
Right now, it's like we race around the bed like it's duck, duck, goose. How has our sex changed since we first started dating?
I just feel like, obviously it's more meaningful, like as we've gotten more deep into our relationship and like more love there, in the beginning, I feel like sometimes it's like all about the sex and it's not that it was meaningless, but like, I feel like once your relationship grows with somebody, it has a lot more meaning to it. So I think it's gotten better, honestly.
I don't think it's changed. So it has definitely changed, but I don't think it's changed drastically. I think it has developed or, say like it's evolved to what it is, so if that's the change, then yeah, but we're still doing the deal.
What did we do then that you'd like to do again now?
What did we do then?
That you'd like to do again now? I feel like I can think.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip that one. But I feel like I have an answer for that. I have an answer for that.
Okay. Let's
but
go. Okay.
That would be one of the ones. Like it's already racy enough. I'm like, I feel like my mom would be like, I'm like, if I said that on camera, I don't know.
Okay. Let's leave that out then. What was one of the first little things you noticed about me when we were being intimate?
One of the first,
Little things, so you can't say that.
oh my God, why is he like this? I think one of the things that I notice and I think I enjoy the most are your facial expressions. Mike is like, you know, if you know anything about him, he's like, he does armed security for a living, and he's very used to like keeping a very like, you know, maintaining a certain face all the time. He's just really good at that. So unless you like know him well, you don't usually get to see kind of like the goofy fun side of him. So as you can imagine, I feel like in the bedroom, I don't know, it's almost like a goal for me to like get those facial expressions out of him, and I have.
One of the things I noticed about you when we were being intimate is that she's vocal.
You want some oysters?
Want some oysters? So she'll talk about it, make sounds. So you know, I think that was one of the first things I was like, okay, she's expressive, verbally.
Well, listen, there's nothing worse than somebody who's like totally silent.
No, you're right.
Like that's gross.
Can't go back to anything after that. So, is there anything that we did together that was entirely new to you?
I mean, all of it. Clearly, you were my first everything.
Right answer. You will not be walking home.
You're so stupid. I don't know. I feel like my love for like the balcony has definitely heightened. It was a first time for me doing that for sure.
Me too. Yeah, no, I think that was it. I mean, more the toy action I think that we've gotten together with. I think adding those toys and stuff like that, that wasn't something.
That was new to you?
Yeah, I mean, the amount, there's been a few like, oh, that and this, but like with what we have, it's kind of like, you almost got to be like, okay, which one am I going to do here?
I also feel like a lot of times you don't really find a lot of couples, and this is, I guess, just conversations with like me and my girlfriends, but like getting stuff for the guys. You know, I feel like it's kind of become like a pervy thought, right? Like, oh, a guy has these like toys or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know. For me, it's really fun to like use those on my partner, you know, because it's a different sensation. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Absolutely.
I think it makes it really fun. Is there something that gives you pleasure that you discovered being intimate with each other?
I think just seeing you get off, like when you get off, like all the way up, where it's like, stop. You know that, and I'm just like, oh no, we're still going. I think that was really hot, just seeing you like just kind of like lose it, explode. So
beautiful, guys. Well, I thank y'all so much. I know it's
Awesome.
a kind of different thing to talk about your sex lives in front of cameras, but
It is.
that's what's fun about it. You know, I thought it was fun. I thought you guys have great chemistry. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much, and we look
Awesome.
forward to seeing you guys another day.
yes, let us know if you need us.
Oh my God. He's been trying to get in front of the camera for a long time.